the only news, breaking news that goes viral is bad news. Seems like every time I turn on the TV, something bad's happening. Every time I open up a phone, some tragic thing has occurred. We always have bad news, but the gospel is good news. So we need to understand, the gospel is good news. And Jesus says that his yoke is easy and his burden is light. So if you're looking at the gospel and you're saying, this is too much for me to handle, this actually has nothing to do with you. The gospel has everything to do with Jesus and what he did for man, and all you have to do is put your faith in it. So if you think the gospel is burdensome, then you need to reevaluate what the gospel is, because your identification of who Jesus is in the gospel, if you think it's burdensome, is totally incorrect. But the gospel itself, the definition of the gospel, would be the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, which saves man from sin. It saves all of humankind from sin. And we need to know that sin entered into the world in the garden. We see the story in Genesis 3. Adam and Eve disobey God, and because they disobey God, sin enters in the world. Shame, guilt, and fear enter into the world. And because of that, every human being is born into sin. No ifs, ands, or buts. It doesn't matter if you were born in a church pew, you're born into sin.